Going on, guys? Welcome to the altcoin update. Again, if you haven't watched the Bitcoin update, watch it first. And again, I'm sorry, the audio may sound a little bit fuzzy. I don't have a microphone on me right now, but let's get straight to it. XRP, we are on the daily time frame. I am currently still accumulating XRP, guys. I know it's in the 60 cent ranges, but I've been accumulating since this apex here. So, just trying to balance out my average because I expect a much bigger move to happen, right? As could be as high as this untested weekly or up into this 1.35 range, right? I think this local pump was just a small move up because Bitcoin was moving up, right? But as we get closer hard closing out of this weekly apex, I do believe that there's going to be a much bigger move to this breakout. So if we go back to the weekly, let's see how those weekly candles are looking like. So really, there's only been two weekly candles that hard closed out of this weekly downtrend. It's looking like the third one is just opened. It's just still 6 days left, so we'll see how that reacts. On the daily time frame, we'll go here, reset the chart. There's that test of that daily. Here's that daily downtrend. Yep. So there's that daily downtrend. Honestly, really no point even having it there. We can delete this point here. So really, the support is again this tested daily. Most importantly, that this uptrend is it holds the structure, because this is what's ultimately gonna you know what's gonna mean what's most likely going to be holding this whole XRP structure. If this uptrend breaks, then obviously it's going back to these daily tested resistance supports against this worst case scenario down to this daily uptrend. This very long macro daily uptrend. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. And again, even at this weekly, guys, it's really not too far fetched for XRP uh, to flash dump to even to this weekly, guys. You'll never know. So personally, that's why I have all sorts of limits that make sense, whether it be in this daily region or even down here, right? I wouldn't really have anything in this empty space, because if it's breaking weekly, then it's just going to target the next weekly, right? So we'll see how this daily uptrend holds. If that's the case, it leads to this local apex. But with the looks of Bitcoin, I think a person needs more time. TRX, guys. So we are on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, that weekly, it's hard closing below the weekly. So let's delete that. Let's go back to the daily. Loses that daily uptrend. Now it's hard closing below it. So what we're do here, so we evolve from here to there. Okay, so lands perfectly on this tested daily. The next untested is this level here, but similar to XRP, depending how this daily candle closes, it can close above this uptrend. If it closes above it, then it can potentially ride up that uptrend, but it's looking like it may just end up lead out sideways at worst, down to this untested region, which lands perfectly out of that apex. So we'll see how this area holds. We'll see how the area holds as it gets closer to the apex. Finally, Suncoin, guys, on a weekly time frame. Like I mentioned, it looks like Suncoin was on the lag, and that's pretty much what happened here. So some coins will have a lag, right? At the time that we were doing a TA, it barely even dropped, right? But now that it's given a bit more, time, you can see now that it's finally correcting itself. Ultimately, we'll see how it lands on the weekly, but the next untested daily will be right here. So finally, TrackCoin. Yeah, so you guys can see here, there's that daily downtrend that's still being respected. It was a pretty volatile, uh, fall, right? Which again, still respecting that downtrend. Um, and like I mentioned, if it breaks below that uptrend, it's gonna fall, guys, right? And the fact that these are all tested, there's a higher chance of it breaking below. But ultimately, there was a psychological point where there was just more interest in more buying interest here than there was on this level or this support or even that support, right? So what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna move this to here. All right. It looks like it's finally it looks like it's finally confirmed that the bleeding has stopped. We'll give it a few more days, but you can clearly see that it's kind of moving sideways out. It's only been one candle. There's still, an hour and 30 minutes left, but it looks like it's a good sign that the bleeding has stopped. We'll give it a few more days, but ultimately, at this point, now this new uptrend that we evolve is what's going to be supporting the structure of track. So, in a perfect world, you wanted to see a ladder, etc. But again, if that breaks, then you would evolve it again and again and again. So just something to consider because these are all tested levels. If it starts to break below these daily levels, then obviously, this region will be next. But I don't think that's going to happen, guys. We're going to see how these levels hold. For track to fully traces out is not happening. So we'll see how this these multiple daily level holds against this uptrend for track. DGB guys, I want to go over DGB. So again, a lot of these coins look really boring. After these incredible pumps that we've seen, everyone's in profits, right? I hope you guys took profits, which you should have. Um, all these coins are correcting, right? The coins like DGB where it just pumped like 152%. Like, come on, guys. If you're not taking profits, then you're crazy. That's the whole point of trading. So, if you didn't and you're missing out or you're looking at the long term run, then yeah, be my guess. But if you're a trader like me, I'm in and out. I like to be in and out. And as of right now, DGB, here on that weekly is a big psychological sell zone. And you can see it slowly, breaking down. The next daily support is here. You have the weekly there, and it's pretty straightforward, guys. It looks, all these coins look very, very similar. It's just they pump. It's followed by correction, accumulation, and distribution. So, no new levels to mark here. It's just on its way down to these supports. Along with this, you have this macro daily uptrend, so that's nowhere near it. So again, we'll just see how this goes. Um, let's mark the local downtrend, which it's really no point of marking these, but for anyone that's interested, you can see now the 22nd is where that apex will be for DGB. But yeah, so really quick, go to DXY, guys. It's moving up, so hence everything's moving down. Um, looks like DXY, you have the last green candle before this uptrend that should be tested. It's daily, so lots of resistance within this region here. We'll see how DXY reacts to this resistance. If it falls down, in April, which would be right April 1st. Let's see how that's looking like April 1st around this region here as well. That'll give Bitcoin the opportunity to move up if it falls down, right? But in the case where it does move up, it will most likely just target that next untested resistance. So yeah, just two scenarios to keep in mind. Uh, and pretty much that wraps it up, guys. If you have any questions, drop them down below and see you on the next one. Bye.